Well, looks like Disney are at it again and trying to rekindle what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean. John Carter, or John Carter of Mars, or as the novel from the early 19th century, I think it's called, A Princess on Mars. Now, to get one thing straight early on, this film is based on a novel that was out in the early 19th century and basically set the footnotes for nearly every single film, comic book hero ever made, right? This set up this whole Star Wars, like Superman, hell, like probably even everything that you can probably think of, like the book kind of set it off. Upon that note though, it's taken quite a while for them to actually bring it out into the big screen, until now. But what did I think of it? Let's find out. Now, the plot of the story is actually very simple. It starts around the sort of the middle of the 18th century, and I think it's around the sort of the Western sort of times. John Carter, our main protagonist, gets caught, you know, and try to run away, and all of a sudden you come across this weird guy who had this medallion, and all of a sudden he's been transported from Mars, where there's been a bit of a dispute going around. Some people don't like some people, and there's an alien, well, technically they're all aliens, and a certain alien race don't like other sort of alien race, and therefore he's kind of there to kind of firstly try and find his way back, but also kind of make sense of what's actually going on. Now, what is actually good about the movie? There's actually quite a few things that's quite good. Firstly, I felt that most of the acting from the cast was actually really good. Taylor Kish and I think it's Emily Lynn play their roles really well, especially Emily Lynn, who I have got to admit was really hot in this film, and actually probably the better of the whole two. Actually probably the better nearly of all the actors. The scenery for the film is just amazing. It looks awesome. So does the CGI and the graphics. I mean, obviously this film has a big massive budget, and compared to like when you look at Green Lantern where it doesn't look quite right, at least Disney were focusing really well on the CGI and graphics, and it looks phenomenal. Also, there's actually quite an interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people might have noticed, but you really tell that John Carter isn't from Mars, he is from somewhere else, because of how pale his skin is. And I quite like the fact of how they sort of did that. They really kept his skin really pale, and the others kind of are really sort of like, they've hit the sunbeds like 10 times a day or so. So I give props for that, because that's actually really good in how that's done. Now, what's bad about the film? There's quite a bit that's bad with it. Firstly, there's a lot of overacting in the film. I don't like Mark Strong, right? He is in the film. He plays the main bad guy, and that's another thing. He always plays a bad guy. Yes, in Kick-Ass, he played a bad guy. Sherlock Holmes, he played a bad guy. But the thing is, though, in those two roles, he was really good. They were both different. You just kind of get the feeling like all he plays is bad guys. I mean, it's generic. I mean, why always the British people that's cast as the bad guys? And he really does overact quite a bit. Like, you know he's really good, but I've got a bit bored with him, you know, through the whole film. And then, like, some of the fighting scenes aren't really over the top. Like, there's a point where John Carter decides like he's gonna stay behind and fight a lot of like these green 4 arms aliens, and you just see it, and it's way over the top. And he actually just like about sort of late into the third act, he decides he challenges with the big sort of the new sort of big 4-arm boss, like spoiler, and you know, he just takes like one hit and boom, like he's dead. It's like that wasn't even a challenge at all. But unfortunately I have to go to the ugly side of it, and here's the thing. I do like this film, but the film is really long. They could have easily maybe have made this an hour and 40 minutes long. This is supposed to appeal to kids. Really, it's meant to supposed to. Disney are trying to cash in what they did with Pirates of the Caribbean, but that was just an ardently fluke. That was how they do it. I mean, they tried to do it with Prince of Persia. I do like Prince of Persia, but the problem is that kind of ended and there was no way to lead forward from it. This looks like it has a possible sequel, but it's going to have to do a lot to actually get that sequel for this film. I just feel like it dragged on too much. It started to go a bit dull, a bit irritating. You're just sitting there, you're like, come on, move forward, and you know, it just gets a bit irritating and a bit annoying. Now time for the score. First, I'm going to give this a good rating. I do like this film. I think I probably will buy it on Blu-ray, but I might buy it, you know, not when it first comes out, like maybe when it's a wee bit cheaper or there's a special deal on. But if you like numbers, I would probably give this a 6.5. Again, it's a good movie. I don't think it's going to appeal to everyone. I think everyone might get a bit bored with it, but if you like your Star Wars, specific, if you even like the prequel Star Wars films, you're probably going to like this film, probably. But I'd actually say don't diss it off if other people say they don't like it. Go and see it to experience it, because it's one of those films you really have to see to sort of believe it. And upon that note, I shall see you guys later. I'm hoping to catch up on my movie reviews by trying to review at least a lot of films, because I've missed maybe quite a few. So upon so, I will see you guys next time.